The first and most important skill for a new teacher to learn is how to count the children. In this tutorial, you will learn when and how to count children and why it's important. Let's start with the why. If childcare teachers and caregivers are not vigilant in keeping an accurate count of children throughout the day, mistakes that could leave a child alone in the classroom, in the building, or on the premises are possible. In 2022, a childcare center that is part of a large national chain was found to have left a toddler alone in the building as staff closed the building for the night. A parent came to pick up the toddler and found that the toddler had been left alone in the building. In this case, the staff had not followed the processes necessary to ensure that every child was accounted for, and as a result, they are facing a lawsuit for allegedly endangering the life of a toddler. For new teachers, it can be overwhelming keeping track of all of the children, especially when they haven't learned the children's names or the classroom routines. In 2016, the Children's Center staff came together to brainstorm ideas to include for training new teachers on how and when to count children. These specific ideas are now policy and will help even the newest teacher keep children safe. Every teacher should get in the habit of counting children in the classroom right from the start and let it become a constant focus throughout every part of the day. Start your day with counting. As you first enter a classroom, take a few minutes to make sure that the classroom attendance list or check-in system is updated and that the children checked in match the children in your class. Every child must be accounted for at every moment of the day, and it's your responsibility to know how many and which children are in your class. Notice how in this class there are two teachers. One of them calls the names of the children from the class attendance list, and the other verifies that each child is present.
All right, so it's got Peyton, yep, and Mason, yep, and Armelia, yep, and William, yep, and Charlie, yep. 5? Yes, 5.
Take note that it is important to know who is in the room and not just how many. Be sure to do face-to-name checks throughout the day. One way to help you count throughout the day is by using active supervision. Active supervision is a strategy used to make sure children are always safe and accounted for. In a classroom setting, sit or stand in a location where every child can be seen and heard. If there is more than one teacher, they should be separated so that more of the classroom can be carefully supervised. Continually scan the entire classroom so that every child is seen and heard at all times. Note how this teacher is actively engaged with the class, but is also positioned in the classroom in a way that all of the children in the classroom can be observed. Positioning yourself is key to being able to consistently count children throughout the day. Count the children in your classroom periodically, about every 15 minutes, to make sure you can account for every child at every point in the day.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make sure we're all here on my app. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When this teacher started a new activity, the first step was to count the children. Whether there are 4 children or 14 children in the class, always count when transitioning to new activities. Increase times that you count during especially active times or when transitioning to another activity or moving to another classroom space. When making changes in a classroom, such as adding children or taking a group of children to another room, always verify with other staff so that all teachers are aware of the changes and aware of the new child count for their classroom.
Okay, we're going to line up. Are you ready? I need Emma. Can Emma come here? Thank Cameron and Grayson. Miss W, I have 8 of my friends, and we are going to the other side. Okay.
Again, wait to receive verbal confirmation from the other teacher that she is aware of the change. With every change, verbally confirm how many children are in the classroom, even if you are the only teacher in the room. Always keep your attendance list or device with you so that you can immediately check children in and out as parents drop off and pick up their children. This way, your attendance list will always be accurate. Note how the teacher keeps the device with the attendance app on hand. Even with few children, the teacher still verbally confirms the child count. This is the best way to remain aware of the current number of children as the number changes throughout the day. Here's a great tip that our teachers find helpful. When lining up and leaving a classroom and upon entering a new space, count children while physically touching their heads. If a child does not wish to be touched, simply hold your hand near the child and count, and then move to the next child.
All right. Just count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Touching each child prevents miscounting while the children are moving around in a line. It can be challenging to gather children back into a line when they are being physically active. For instance, on the playground, when preparing to come in from outside, count the kids and compare your attendance list as you line up. Make sure you are looking at who is in line and not just how many. For preschool-age children, a roll call is appropriate.
Emma, are you here?
Yes.
Ella, are you here? She's still with her. Okay. Casey, are you here? Yes. Cameron, are you here?
Yeah.
Paige, are you here? Keelan, are you here? No. Isaiah Taylor. Austin. Oh, I need you to come here, Annie. Anson, are you here?
If there are 2 teachers, make sure you are both counting and comparing as you line up. And again after every corner you turn and every time you have passed through a doorway.
Okay, see if you count 12, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
When you enter or leave the building with a group of children, make sure the attendance list is accurate before you begin the transition. And again, count the children while going through every doorway and after turning every corner.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Note again how this teacher touches each child to prevent miscounting as the children are going through the doorway. Let's review when teachers should count. Count the children when entering a classroom. Count every 15 minutes during the day. Count with every transition. Count when children are especially active. Count when changing classrooms. Count when a child enters the classroom or leaves for the day. When taking children to a different location, count them as you go through every doorway and as you go around every corner. Count again when you reach your destination. Remember that gently touching a child's head as you count them while moving down the line is a great way to ensure accuracy while counting. Follow these steps, and this will help you keep the classroom safe and will help ensure that all children are accounted for at every moment of the day.